What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy holidays. My name is Vincent St. James, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my first year of entrepreneurship and how it didn't go quite as planned. Okay, so it's definitely been a little bit longer than a year, just coming up with the ideas and concepts behind my brand and then figuring out a way to make it profitable. That's what entrepreneurship is about. So hopefully with these 5 tips, I can save you some time when you're trying to start your new brand or business. The first tip, know what you want to do. Imagine going into your job or place of employment and seeing that one person that we all know just wants to be left alone. When you go into that and you see that day in and day out, you understand that these type of people, they don't really want to be bothered. And if you dive in a little deeper, you'll start to understand that these people are unsatisfied because these people are no longer passionate about what they do. And then it starts to affect you internally. It starts with your insides, your mind, your thought, what you're telling yourself. And what happens is you start to manifest this. You start to repeat it to yourself over and over and over again. And then once you start to believe it, it starts to seep out your pores. Once it starts to seep out your pores, you start to become resentful. Why? Because you're not happy or passionate about what you do. The Sandbox Theory is that if you can go into a sandbox, right, with a limited amount of resources, a limited amount of distractions, a limited amount of people, just you and whatever you love to do. If you can sit in that sandbox, preoccupying yourself or your time with the thing that you love to do, then that's something that you truly love. Why? Because you never get bored. You never get bored of doing the things that you love to do. You might find other interests, but when you love what you do and you hone in on it, right? It compels will. It drives you to continue doing what you're doing and almost hyper focus on whatever you love to do. It's kind of like a meditation. It draws you in and it also helps you figure yourself out a little bit more. If you can do the Sandbox Theory, apply it. That's how you're going to know what to do and what you want to do. Number 2, do what you're good at. Doing something that might be repetitive and redundant that you're not in love with or you're not passionate about, it saps the will. It saps your drive. That's why you have to do what you love and do what you're good at. Why? Because you'll enjoy the process of learning a lot more. And because you're already knowledgeable. Now it's how can you perfect your craft? The third point that we have is be authentic. Be your authentic self. Now, let's actually break down the reasons why being authentic is so important. Here's one reason. People's BS meter is at an all-time high right now. People are going to be able to see it even if you can't. So why even put yourself through the hassle of trying to pretend to be something that you're not or an idea that you're halfway involved in? You have to be all the way involved. People want something authentic. So give them that. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. Something real, something tangible, something that they can hold on to, something that they can relate to, especially during a time like this. If anything, this is probably one of the most scariest times, and people need hope. People need hope. So by giving them something that they can relate to, give them something tangible, give them something that they can hold on to, it not only does something for you and your business, but it does something for them as well. It's because you're meeting them and their needs and they're meeting your needs. That's a working relationship. So the third one was be authentic. Why? Because people's BS meter is at an all-time high. And 2, because it creates true fans, followers, and an experience. That's all that we're really looking for, is a true experience. So 4th, do your research, right? Do your research because there's a lot of unexpected twists and turns, and it's best to know or have an idea or a sense of awareness of how deep the hole is before you just jump into it.
Find your niche.
A niche is simply finding your own lane. A lot of people swerve in and out of lanes, but once you find your own lane, you can cruise at your own pace. You're doing something that you love to do, doing something that you're good at, you're authentic, you in your own lane. My 5th point, just do it. Just do it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That means all the things that make you uncomfortable, you have to get comfortable doing it. Why? because it makes you into a better person. It shows you your blind spots, shows you the areas that you might need to improve. So get comfortable doing those things so you won't be uncomfortable later on. 5 things I learned during my first year of entrepreneurship. 1, know what you want to do, and that's being passionate about it and loving it. Loving what you do. The second is do what you're good at. Do what you're good at. Build on what you are good at. 3, be authentic. Be yourself. Be the real you. 4, do your research. Find your niche. What are you going to do that's different? And 5, just do it. And that's what I'm going to leave y'all off with today. Thank you for tuning in. Check me out next week. Like, subscribe, follow us at creativeroots.ent. And I'm going to get back with you.